On the headlines this morning, Governor Obiano calls for improved welfare of members of Nigerian Legion. Armed robbery suspects arrested at Ogidi by operatives of the State Police Command. ASU rejects federal government offer, vows to continue strike. On the foreign scene, many persons fell dead in Chinese coal mine roof collapse. Good morning and welcome to the news. My name is Nonye Nwokoye. Governor Willie Obiano has called on federal government to prioritize the welfare of members of the Nigerian Legion. Governor Obiano stated this at the Cathedral Church of St. Faith, Oka, during an Eucharistic service heralding the 2019 Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration. Amaka Chibuzo Okoye was there and now reports.
The service attracted the State Speaker, State House of Assembly, Barrister Rita Madagu, State Chief Judge, Justice Peter Umade, Service Chief, and members of paramilitary organizations, among others. Governor Willie Obiano, represented by the Secretary to the State Government, Professor Solochukwu Lobelo, said the state government, in its capacity, will continue to cater for the needs of retired military personnel in the state, including those at Oji River Leprosy Resettlement Center. Governor Obiano appreciated the contributions of all the service and security men, reassuring that he will do his best to ensure the state remains safe and secured, which he noted is the first obligation of the state government to the citizenry.
Nigeria has, through the Second World War, the Civil War, and the other different problems we have in the country, lost men and women to ensure that the country stays together. So this is a time to pay tribute to them and to pray that the good Lord will receive them.
Earlier in a sermon, the Anglican Bishop of Oka Diocese, Right Reverend Alexander Ibezim, said the country needs peace to move forward as one entity, urging government to take more proactive measures to improve the lives of the families of the fallen heroes who paid a supreme price. Bishop Ibezim called on politicians to see politics or positions as a call to service, not to enrich themselves, assuring that the church will continue to uphold the nation in prayers for peace to prevail.
Leaders to rise to their responsibility. That's to challenge your personal example, which is the hallmark of true leadership.
In a remark, the Vice Chairman, Anambra State Chapter of the Nigerian Legion, Mr. Christopher Nwakamo, commended the government for remembering them each year, at least to pay respect to the fallen heroes, soliciting for more interventions in their welfare, office accommodation, official vehicles, among others.
The occasion was very nice. I will thank the government for organizing this service. What will be continued so that airport has been requested during the armed day. We need some help from the government.
There were special prayers and thanksgiving during the service. From Cathedral Church of St. Faith, Oka, it's been Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
The State Police Command has arrested 3 armed robbery suspects at the Ire Village, Ogidi, Idemele North local government area. According to a statement signed by the State Police Public Relations Officer, Mr. Haruna Mohammed, the suspects were arrested by police operatives attached to Federal Special Anti-Robbery Squad, or COSO, following intelligence report. The suspects are Chimezie Arono, aged 22 years, Uchenna Obiora, aged 18 years, and Chibike Omanko, aged 20 years. The statement said the suspect had on Friday, the 11th of January 2019, allegedly robbed and killed one Ifeanyi Nwanga in Ifite-Dunu, Junokofia local government area, with a gun. It stated that they have confessed to the crime and also led the police to the place where they hid the weapon used in perpetrating the crime, adding that exhibits recovered from the suspect include 1 cut-to-size single-barrel gun and 1 cartridge, while the case is under investigation, after which suspect will be charged to court. The statement also disclosed that on Thursday, the 10th of January 2019, Police operatives attached to Command Special Anti-Cult Unit arrested one Chidioke Chinedu, aged 22 years, of Enuguku in Njikoka local government area of Anambra State. It alleged that the suspect was arrested with a stolen motorbike, which he and his gang members previously robbed from their victims, and that the case is under investigation and effort is ongoing to apprehend other fleeing accomplices in order to bring them to justice. Anambra State Ohaneze Ndigbo has inaugurated its Ihiala local government area chapter as part of measures to give every part of the state easy access to its services. The inauguration, which took place at St. Martin's Catholic Church Field, Odoata, Ihiala Council area, attracted all the traditional rulers in the local government area, led by traditional ruler of Iseke Igwe Ima Nnabife, President General Transition Committee Chairman of the area, as well as members of Ohaneze Ndigbo living in Boston. A correspondent, Chibuzo Bidika, attended the inauguration and our reports.
Ohaneze Ndigbo, a non-partisan organization, is an umbrella body for all Ndigbo, both at home and in diaspora, which serves as a vocal point in matters affecting the interest, solidarity, and general welfare of Ndigbo. Inaugurating the Ihiala chapter executive, the state president of the Ohaneze Ndigbo, Chief Damian Okeke Ugene, said that the expansion is necessary in order to propagate the agenda of the association towards achieving its set objectives. Chief Okeke Ugene appreciated Governor Willie Obiano for standing firm and in strong backing activities of Ohaneze Ndigbo, and equally thanked the Ihiala Traditional Rulers Council for the solid foundation given to the association, which gave birth to its Ihiala chapter. In an address of welcome, the chairman of Ohaneze Ndigbo Ihiala local government chapter, Ichie Nnetu Ojimba, said that membership of Ohaneze Ndigbo is for every man and woman, assuring to carrying everybody along, urging those who are yet to register to come on board.
Today marks the beginning of the journey. We must work hard to ensure that Ohaneze continue to grow and flourish in Ihiala local government.
Igwe Nnabife prayed for continuous blessings upon the association as it continues to champion the struggle for the collective welfare of Ndigbo, and reminded them of the need to come up with plans of raising funds for the sustainability of the association. He stated that the traditional institution will continue to fight against the emerging challenge of vote buying springing up in all parts of the country, and urged Anambra to ensure they collect their permanent voter cards to participate in the next month's general election.
Mandatory Union Mandigwe, Ghana Ohaneze. So whosoever is the chairman of Ohaneze, Gabu chairman and Chinese. So it must be somebody. Both parties may agree.
Others who spoke at the event, including the Transition Committee Chairman of the Local Government Council, Barrister Ifeanyi Odimegwu, Chairman on the occasion, Engineer Edwin Onyagbal, represented by Barrister Vincent Ezeaka, and one of the members of the new executive, Comrade Jerry Nnubie, described the association as one that is committed to bringing together and promoting the interests of the Igbo people, noting that the inauguration is apt as it will bring to life the grassroots members. Cultural displays by various dance groups, which reflected the spirit of the Igbo identity, as well as formal inauguration of members of the association, featured at the event. From Ihiala, Chibuzo Bidiki, ABS News.
The traditional ruler of Isiago in Awka South local government area, Igwe Augustine Nwankwo, has cautioned political actors to abide by the rules guiding election in Nigeria, so as not to heat up the polity as the general elections in Nigeria draws near. We have details of the report.
According to Igwe Nwankwo, who spoke to the ABS in his palace in Isiagu, electioneering period becomes heated up when politicians dwell on campaigns of calumny and hate speech instead of basing their campaigns on issues that affect the electorate. The Isiagu monarch maintained that what is expected from politicians is for them to either refer to what they did for the people in the past or what they want to do for them if elected, and not mudsliding or throwing stones at one another, which he said is capable of generating tension in the polity. The royal father charged the electorate to ensure that they have their permanent voters card intact, as it remains their voting power to elect any candidate of their choice. Igwe Nwankwo stressed that it is important for any Anambra to come out en masse to cast their votes in the forthcoming election so as to boost the voting population of Anambra State.
Election. Ichete 2015 ọ na-arịọ ndị akwụrụ gbago ndị igbo gbada bọsị election ọdụzi surprise ọdụ ka ebe kwuru mewu ọgwụọ n'ọkụ onwekwenyere ya eme chukwu ya eme iwe niile ya aga n'anya ya so iwe niile dị so tight so but na nna ya ndị politicians can play according to the rule.
Also speaking, a legal practitioner, Barrister Ben Nwankwo, observed that Nigerians are very much prepared for another general election to choose who rules them, but appeals that voting should be according to one's conscience and not on sentiments. On their parts, Chief Willie Okoli and Chief Alfred Wonye noted that only Nigerians can choose who governs them in a credible, free, fair, and peaceful election, pointing out that election is not a warfare but a normal political process that offers citizens the opportunity to take a decision on who becomes their leader.
In case you're just dropping by, this is ABS Television News. We take a very short break ahead for some commercial messages. When we return, we have an update on ASU strike and more stories. Please join us again.
It be like say they want to tell us another story again, yo. Now so, you know, say people they say I be superstar, but for me, the real superstars are those people where they go vote for the candidate of their choice without violence. So for these upcoming elections, be my superstar. Vote, no fights, no violence, because the election will be won. We work together so the future will be brighter.
Welcome on board. Anambra Broadcasting Service Television, Channel 24, brings to you exciting programs. News as it is, fresh and on time. Entertainment, sports, and trending gist. Movies and music to keep you going all day long. Anambra Broadcasting Service Television, Channel 24, Heartbeat of the East.
You're welcome back to the rest of the news. Moving on now, the fate of undergraduate and admission seekers into public universities may continue to hang as the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, has vowed to continue the 9-week-old strike. ASU National President Professor Biodu Ogunyemi said universities' lecturers had rejected the federal government offer of money to end the strike because it was far from their demands. He confirmed that the federal government had last Tuesday, through the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation and the Ministry of Finance, presented to the union the evidence of the payment of 15.4 billion naira to universities. Ogunyemi said that after due consultations with his executives across the country, they have resolved to continue the ongoing strike until the federal government pays at least 220 billion naira out of 1.1 trillion naira it owed the public universities. According to him, the union leadership during their last meeting warned government representatives that ASU members were not likely to accept those figures. In our business news, aviation experts are concerned about the recent provision for the national carrier in the 2019 budget. They noted that the budget was necessary considering the fact that the government said the airline would be private sector led. The federal government had allocated about 8.7 billion naira as working capital for Nigeria Air in the 2019 budget, with 500 million naira and 200 million naira for transaction advisors and consultancy respectively, despite the indefinite suspension of the project. According to the Chief Executive Officer of the Aglo Limited, an aviation support services company, Mr. Tayo Ojori, the provision for a national carrier in the 2019 budget is unnecessary. The President of Aviation Roundtable, Dr. Gabriel Olowo, faulted the allocation by the federal government, adding that the government was not following the right path in establishing the airline. According to him, rather than engage foreigners and spend so much on consultation, the government should appoint technical professionals in the country to give appropriate advice on how to go about the establishment of the national carrier. It was a celebration of achievements, life and friendship as Alumni Association of the Department of Mass Communication, University of Nigeria and Soka UNN hosted the news editor of The Guardian, Ojoto, Anambra State born, Mr. Marcel Mbamalo, as part of activities to mark his birthday celebration. We have details of the report.
Held at the Victoria Island, Lagos office of Center for Values in Leadership attracted scholars, media executives, professionals from all walks of life, friends and family of Mbamalo. Chanting songs of celebration in honor of the media expert, the alumni applauded him for his role in redefining journalism practice in Nigeria and The Guardian in particular. In his speech, the chairman of the Center for Values in Leadership, Professor Pat Otomi, described Mr. Mbamalo as a lover of human development and commended the wide knowledge of the media professional who, according to him, continues to inspire and mentor young people into journalism through his works as and this.
The Guardian and the friendships that he has kept with so many of us. I want to say a very happy birthday to myself and to ask him to please cut this cake as just a memento of remembering that he, on his birthday, chose to spend this time with us. Yes.
Mbamalo, in his response, thanked all who gathered to honor him and noted that Professor Tommy has for a very long time been a mentor to him. He described the journalism profession as a job only the passionate can do and decried what he called the emerging vice of fake news and corruption in journalism practice, but expressed confidence in the potentiality of good journalism to turn the country around and keep it on the path of development.
And thank God for everybody here. So today I give glory to God. The great Jacksonites will achieve greater feats, and the dream that we have will move forward and be realized in Jesus' name. Amen. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
We wish him more fruitful years ahead. At least 21 miners died when a roof collapsed in a coal mine in northern China, officials say. 66 miners were rescued after the accident at the Lijiaju mine near the city of Shenmu in Shanxi province. The cause of the collapse is under investigation, according to a media report. Mining accidents in China are quite common, despite efforts to improve safety. The Lijiaju mine is operated by the Baiji Mining Company. Jinhua said no further details of the incident were available. Last October, 21 coal miners were killed when an underground rock fall blocked a shaft in eastern Shandong province. According to the latest figures from China's National Coal Mine Safety Administration, there were 375 deaths in coal mines in 2017, a fall of about 28% on the previous year. In a statement last January, the Bureau said the situation of coal mine safety production is still grim despite improvements. And on sports news, former Super Eagles coach Samson Siasia and world-renowned Japanese sports equipment giant Mizuno Corporation have signed an agreement to usher in the brand into Nigeria. The Japanese sports equipment and sportswear company was founded in Osaka in 1906 and makes a wide range of sports equipment for golf, tennis, baseball, volleyball, football, rugby, skiing, cycling, judo, table tennis, badminton, boxing, and athletics. The 2014 Olympic Games bronze medal winning coach has stated that Mizuno coming to Nigeria is a sign of new dawn for sporting circle, as quality equipment and wares will now reach those in need of them at their doorsteps. And now remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by logging on to our website www.absradiotv.com. Like us at www.facebook.com/ABSRadioTV. And follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ABS Radio TV. The main points of the news once again. Governor Obiano has called for improved welfare of members of Nigerian Legion. Armed robbery suspects have been arrested at Ogidi by operatives of the State Police Command. ASU has rejected federal government's offer and vowed to continue strike. And from the foreign team reported that many persons have been found dead in Chinese coal mine roof collapse. And that's just about it on the news for this morning. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Nonye Wokoye. Good morning.